The breaking news.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to All Transfer News. Today, we've got the latest updates on our beloved club, Liverpool. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of Liverpool transfer news. Let's get started.
Trent Alexander-Arnold will get send-off, but Liverpool exit decision more confusing than ever. Liverpool's title celebrations made one thing clearer about Trent Alexander-Arnold's looming departure. They made another aspect much harder to understand. Liverpool celebrated confirmation of the league title last weekend. Trent Alexander-Arnold played his part in the festivities, which answered some questions but raised plenty more of them. First and foremost, it's worth stating that Alexander-Arnold is still expected to leave. Despite Real Madrid's struggles in the league and the Champions League, and the clear upward trajectory of Liverpool under Arne Slot, there has been no apparent change in his desire to move to the Spanish capital. He will leave Anfield for nothing. That's a galling reality for FSG, which is losing a $100 million player at least on a free transfer, but it's also a tough one for fans to take. Instinctively, it feels like a bad way to leave your boyhood club. At least someone like Philippe Coutinho set Liverpool up to rebuild, with his departure ultimately funding the arrivals of Alisson and Fabinho, and, albeit slightly retrospectively, Virgil van Dijk as well. With that in mind, there had been some doubts over the kind of send-off Alexander-Arnold would receive. Online, at least, he has been subject to some stinging criticism. But in the euphoria of the scenes at Anfield, it became clear that Alexander-Arnold will be granted the Liverpool goodbye that he ultimately deserves. Nobody begrudged him his place amid all the joy, and he was celebrated along with everyone else who has played a part in this achievement. There is no anger that he has abandoned Liverpool, because Liverpool does not feel abandoned. It is in a position to thank Alexander-Arnold for all his years of service, and then to set about continuing to strive for the top prizes without him. Whether the club will prepare any special tribute for Alexander-Arnold remains to be seen. But he knows now that Anfield will not turn on him. Yet that makes it all the more difficult to understand why he wants to leave at all. His unconditional adulation from the Kop is quite something to leave behind. Standing in front of the famous stand, Liverpool's vice-captain looked genuinely moved by the rendition of "You'll Never Walk Alone." Surely there must have been a part of him questioning his decision? Because Alexander-Arnold is not Coutinho. He is an academy graduate, a Liverpool native raised to idolize Steven Gerrard. Celebrating the title with the people of his city is as good as it gets. And those people showed him a fierce loyalty by letting him share in the moment, in spite of his impending departure. Alexander-Arnold will simply not get that at Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe was whistled at the Bernabeu just the other week. Of course, it's a reality of football that these things go both ways. Liverpool has a team full of players who mostly hail from other cities, other countries, and other continents, many of whom still sung the anthem of the club they have adopted with the glint of tears in their eyes. But those players joined Liverpool to fulfill their ambitions. Why Alexander-Arnold feels as though he has to leave to do that, having just lifted one of the most prestigious trophies in the game, is increasingly hard to fathom. The sense at Anfield that this is only the start of something special was tangible. Yet Alexander-Arnold is electing to make it the ending to his own story at Liverpool. He will not be left to walk alone in his final weeks at the club. But while Liverpool fans have shown themselves to be magnanimous enough to accept his decision, few will ever be able to understand it. Liverpool transfer news. Live. Alexander Isak stance. Luis Diaz contract. Alexander-Arnold message. Liverpool transfer news live as Alexander Isak is supposedly being lined up, while Real Madrid could approach Alexis Mac Allister as well as Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool is preparing for its first game as Premier League champion, with a trip to Chelsea the first stop on the Reds' celebratory parade. Arne Slot confirmed to the media on Friday that he will make some changes in the final few games of the season as he looks ahead to the summer and beyond. And he also reflected on what has been a special week for him and his team, with the celebrations following Sunday's win over Tottenham no doubt still going for some supporters. The players, though, will be getting back down to business as they look to end the season with a flourish, having already wrapped up the title. And with the end of the season fast approaching, there is still one matter to be taken care of off the field. Trent Alexander-Arnold's future remains unresolved, although a move to Real Madrid still looks the most likely outcome as his contract continues to tick down. We'll see whether the title celebrations may have swayed him in any way soon. Meanwhile, Real Madrid could try and Arsenal intensify their efforts to land. Francisco Trincão. Amid rival interest from Manchester United and Manchester City, Arsenal Football Club are reportedly stepping up their efforts to secure the services of Francisco Trincão, the sporting CP winger who has drawn widespread interest from several Premier League giants, including Manchester United and Manchester City. According to reports emerging from Portugal, the North London club is ready to significantly increase the Portuguese international's wages in a bold bid to lure him to the Emirates Stadium ahead of the upcoming transfer window. At 25, Trincão has enjoyed one of his most productive seasons yet in professional football. In a campaign that has seen Sporting CP competing on multiple fronts, Trincão has managed to rack up an impressive total of 9 goals and 18 assists across all competitions. His ability to influence games both in terms of scoring and playmaking has not gone unnoticed, and it appears Arsenal are now among the most serious contenders for his signature. A standout season that captured England's attention. Trincão's resurgence at Sporting this season has been a testament to his growth and consistency. Despite having previously struggled to fully establish himself at Barcelona and Wolverhampton Wanderers during earlier spells, he has since reinvented his playing style under manager Ruben Amorim. With improved decision-making, a sharper end product, and a matured sense of tactical awareness, Trincão has evolved into a decisive figure on the flanks. His performances in the Portuguese Primeira Liga, as well as in European competition, have turned heads in the scouting departments of several elite English clubs. Both Manchester United and Manchester City were reportedly early suitors, each driven by unique connections to Sporting. United's interest is believed to be partly motivated by their admiration for Amorim, who is among the candidates being considered for future managerial roles at Old Trafford. City, meanwhile, are said to have intensified their interest under the influence of Hugo Viana, the sporting director who is widely expected to take up a role at the Etihad in the coming months. With the Premier League's elite clubs all expressing interest, Arsenal's pursuit of Trincão signals their intent to stay ahead in the transfer market. The Gunners, fresh off a season in which they re-established themselves as genuine title contenders under Mikel Arteta, appear ready to invest again, particularly in their attacking options. Arsenal's proposal. Doubling Trincão's salary. According to the latest information from the Portuguese outlet Record, Arsenal have not only initiated talks with Sporting, but also made it known that they are prepared to double Trincão's current salary should he agree to join the club this summer. That substantial